Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today's video, we are going to see Hibernate tutorial for beginners. In this tutorial, we are going to see execution of sample program by using Eclipse IDE and MySQL. So first, we'll see introduction of Hibernate. So what is Hibernate? So Hibernate is ORM, that is Object Relational Mapping Tool for Java programming language, and it provides framework for mapping object-oriented domain model to relational database. Means what? We are going to write a Java program, we are going to create object for it, and this object will be mapped to database by using Hibernate. We can see an example that I am going to create an employee class, and I will create object for this employee class, and this object will contain ID of employee and name of employee. This employee class will get mapped to database as a table, and its columns will be employee ID and employee name. Hibernate allows you to map objects to database table. So to map these objects to database table, Hibernate sessions and transaction interfaces are used to manage database operations. Again, it allows you to simplify database operations. And it allows you to work with different database without changing too much of code. Means it handles the connections automatically. So next is support for transactions. It manages the transactions, means either transaction should be completed successfully, that is committed, or if it goes wrong, it will roll back the transactions. So in Hibernate, we are not writing the queries, but session and transaction interfaces are used to manage the database operations. So in short, what is Hibernate? It is a tool which provides the Java framework to map Java objects to databases. Now we'll see the software required for this implementation. So first we'll need the Eclipse IDE. Again, in that Java JDK 23 and MySQL Workbench. It supports for different versions also, but I have taken here 8.0.24. Now let's start with video. So what we are going to do here, first step, we are going to create model class. In this, we'll give all the entity annotations. So next, we will create the HBM file, which is used for mapping the fields of databases. Mapping fields of database. Next, we are going to create configuration file, which contains the configuration of database. And finally, we'll create the test controller. It is a main file which is responsible for the communication of all the files. Means what? At the time of execution, file number 4, that is test controller, will call to the configuration file, which contains the configuration of database. Again, this file number 3 will call to file number 2, which contains the HBM, and finally this file 2 will call to the file 1, which contains the entity annotations. So let's start with the implementation. So first you have to open your Eclipse IDE. At top left corner, you will get option File. From that, you have to select the option New. And from this, you have to select Maven project option. If you are not getting Maven project here, you can go towards others option and type here Maven project. Then just click on next. Now you have to check this box that create a simple project. Again, use default workspace location. Default workspace location. After this, just click on next option. Now see here, you have to provide a group ID. So you can give as per your comfort. So I'm giving here com dot hibernate, it is hib dot s. Again artifact ID, again we can give the same name. So com dot hib dot test. After that version, it will take automatically. After that packaging, here we are going to use the jar file. So you have to select here file option as a jar. After this, just click on finish button. Now if you see towards left side, you will get the project explorer here. Again within this project explorer, this is our folder, that is com.hib.text. Just right click on it. Now right click on com.hib.text option, and you have to find here update project option. Just right click on this com.hib.text. From this, just select this maven option. From this maven, select the option update project. Again here you have to check this force update of snapshot and releases, and just click on OK button. Now see, within this project explorer, our structure is ready for project. Now it's time to set up for pom.xml. Now see here towards left side, you will this pom.xml is generated here. So just open this pom.xml. Now if you observe here, it is showing this com.hib.test. Now this pom.xml contains libraries which are required for our project. So how to add the libraries? Now within this, we are going to use the MySQL, as well as we are going to use the Hibernate ORM. So for this purpose, we are going to add the libraries. We can add libraries. For that purpose, we have to open the web browser. I will open the Google Chrome. Within this, just type maven repository and just press enter. Now see, it is showing official website for this maven repository. So just click on this. We want MySQL library file. So just type MySQL and press the enter. Now see, it is showing the file, that is the MySQL connector Java, and its users is near around 8,000. Just click on this. Again within this, you have to select the version required for the MySQL. So here we have to select the version which is mostly used. So here it is 8.0.28. It is showing 536 users. So I will select this. You can select any configuration, but it should be used mostly. So 8.0.24 also supports for this. So but I am taking 8.0.28 as the latest. Again from here you have to copy. Again within Eclipse, just paste this code. Now see, here it is showing the tag dependency. So it needs the parent tag as a dependency, and within that we have to include different dependencies. So I will type dependencies as a parent tag. Now see, automatically it is showing ends with dependencies, which contains different dependency tags. So another dependency we are going to add for Hibernate. So again, you have to open the maven repository. Again here search Hibernate. Just press enter. Now here you have to select Hibernate core relocation. So just click on it. Now it is showing dependency for Hibernate. Again here also we are going to use. So here if you observe version 5.6.15, its users is 316. So we can take this also. Version 5.4.32, its users is 143. So whatever version whose users is more, you can use that version. So I'm going to prefer this one, 5.6.15. Again here you have to copy the dependency. Again you are going to paste within this form.xml file. Now see here, we have added MySQL dependency and Hibernate dependency, but we are going to add this dependency within this project. So before completion of this project tag, we have to add these dependencies. So just complete this project tag, and within this project tag only, you have to add this dependency, that is MySQL and Hibernate dependency. Now see here, still libraries are not added within this project explorer. So just save this program, that is a form.xml file, by using Ctrl S option. Once you save this, you will get here maven dependencies. These dependencies are added with our project. So our form.xml file is ready. So next file we will create a model class. For that purpose, again you have to click here. You have to right click on this folder, source/main/java. So just single right click on it and select the option new, then class, and package we are going to keep here as a default package, and name of the class will be employee, and just click on this finish button. Now employee class is created. So within this employee class, we are going to give the annotations. First entity is an integer ID and another entity is string name. And here we want to generate getter and setter method. So just right click on it and select the option. Now within this class, just single right click, then select the option source. From this source, you have to select generate getter and setter. So you have to select both the variables ID and name, and just click on generate. So it will create getter and setter method. And here we have to give the annotation. Table we are going to use as employee. So I will give annotation @table, name is employee. Again here it is showing table cannot be resolved to a type. So just double click on it. Just add it as a javax.persistent.table. Again we are going to add the column annotation. So for int ID also, I will add the annotation @ID @column. So column name is here ID. So we will declare this also, name is equal to ID. Again for string variable also, we are going to add the annotation @column. Here column name is given by using name. Again just click here. So it is showing ID cannot be resolved. So just change to javax.persistence ID. Here also column cannot be resolved. So import column javax persistence. Now see here column annotation is repeating. So first you have to declare the integer ID. For that you have to create the column annotation. And after this you have to declare another variable string name. Means here we are going to enter employee name. For that also column is created. So annotation for name is created here. So you have to save this program. Ctrl S button to save this program. Now we will create the HBM file. For that again right click on source/main/java folder. Just right click and select new. And we are going to create XML file. If you are not getting file XML option here, then you have to select others. Then just type XML and select XML file option. Just click on next button. Here we will give name to this XML as employee.hbm.xml. Just click on next, and finish. Now here employee.hbm.xml is created. Now within this, as this HBM file is nothing but the mapping file, we will add the DTD file for this. And to add the DTD file, we have to open the maven dependencies. Again, from this, we have to select the hibernate core option. And within this, org.hibernate option folder you have to select. Again, within this org.hibernate, if you scroll down, you will get DTD files here. So we are going to do the mapping. So we have to select the hibernate mapping DTD file. So just double click on this so that hibernate mapping file will get open. And you have to copy this definition, that is document type definition DTD. So just copy this code and you have to paste here within this employee.hbm.xml file. Now within this XML file, we are going to do the hibernate mapping. So just type the tag hibernate -mapping. Complete this tag also, hibernate mapping. And within this, we are going to type the mapping. So we are going to take class name as an employee. So I will type here class name is equal to employee. And this class name employee will be mapped to table in database as a employee. So again, I am giving here name as, again, we are going to take a parameters as a ID, that is employee ID. So I will type ID name is equal to ID and its type is integer. So type is equal to type as an integer. And we have to complete this tag, complete this ID tag. Again, we have to add the property name. Name is equal to as a name. And its type is string. Again, we have to complete this property tag here. Now to complete the class tag, so we'll complete the hibernate mapping tag here also. Now save this program. Just press Ctrl S to save this program. As while declaring the variables, we have given I capital for this ID and N capital for the line. That's why here ID, I and N are capital. Now see here in employee.java, we have taken this I as capital and this N as capital. So we are mapping this here. So this I and N is capital. So our employee.hbm.xml file is also ready. So just save this file. Now again, right click on this folder com.hib.text. Again, select the option new. Again, we are going to create the configuration file. So select file, new, other. Again, I want XML file. So I will select the XML. Just select next. And I want to give name to this file as hibernate.cfg, that is configuration.xml. Just click on next, next, and finish. Now see, we are taking here configuration file. So we have to add the DTD for this file also. And from where we have to take this DTD, we have to open maven dependencies. Again, from this maven dependencies, we have to open hibernate core jar file. From this hibernate core, again, you will get org.hibernate. Again, within this org.hibernate package, you will get the DTD file. Now see here, we are going to do the configuration. So hibernate-configuration clip.dtd file is open. File we have to open. Again, from here, you have to copy the document type definition, that is a DTD. So just copy this code. And we have to paste here in configuration file. Now we are going to add configuration of database. So for this purpose, we'll type a tag hibernate dash configuration. Now this Hibernate configuration must have session factory, and this session factory is used to build a session. So within this we'll include this session factory tag and complete this session factory tag also. Now within this we are going to type the configuration. So first we will add the jdbc drivers. So first I will add the code for connect. First I will add the configuration for drivers. After this we will add URL. After this we will add username and password. Username. After this we are going to add the dialect. So dialect is nothing but dialect is used for communication of Hibernate and database. So we will add the dialect here. This dialect allows you to communicate with different types of databases without changing, without making any changes within the code, many changes within the code. So here we'll add the dialect. After that we are going to add the property as a show SQL, as a show SQL. Again we will add HBM, that is Hibernate mapping, HBM to DDL mapping, HBM to DDL. See, all this configuration we are going to add here. So how to add this configuration? Show SQL and HBM to DDL auto. So to add this, you have to press Control Shift and T. And from this, you have to find the environment class. And this environment class of this Hibernate, that is a org.hibernate.configuration CFG file. So once you click here, this environment class implements available settings. So just select this available settings, right click on this and select the option open declaration. So if you open this declaration, you will get configuration here. So first I want to add driver class. So just press Ctrl F so that you will get this search box here, and from this just type driver and just press enter. Now we want connection for Hibernate class. So you have to copy this code, that is Hibernate.connection driver underscore class. So just press Ctrl C and copy this. You can open our file Hibernate configurations, hibernate.cfg.xml. Within this we are going to add the driver. So within this driver just type property name is equal to, now paste the code, now complete this property. Similarly, you have to URL dialect show SQL from available settings. Yet we have not given value for this. So we'll give value later. So right now just copy this code, Ctrl C, give it for URL also, for username, for password. Okay, enough up to this place. Again here property name is equal to, now next we want to set URL. So just within the search box just type URL, and to get this search box press Ctrl F key, just press URL, and within this file just find the URL. Now see here, after this connection drivers only you will get URL. So just copy this hibernate.connection.url, just copy this and you have to paste in configuration file. Again you have to take username also. So again open the available setting file and just type here user. Again here you will get this connection for username. So just copy this. All these configurations are in sequence, that driver class, after that URL, username and password. So just copy this. So for this purpose, we'll type a tag hibernate-configuration. Now this hibernate configuration must have session factory, and this session factory is used to build a session. So within this, we'll include this session factory tag and complete this session factory tag also. Now within this, we are going to type the configuration. So first, we will add the jdbc drivers. First, I will add the configuration for drivers. After this, we will add URL. After this, we will add username and password. Username. After this, we are going to add the dialect. So dialect is nothing but dialect is used for communication of Hibernate and database. So we'll add the dialect here. So here we'll add the dialect. After that, we are going to add the property as a show SQL and the show SQL. Again, we will add HBM, that is Hibernate mapping, HBM to DDL mapping. Now see, all this configuration we are going to add here. So how to add this configuration dialog? So to add this, you have to press Control Shift and T. And from this, you have to find the environment class. And this environment class of this Hibernate, that is a org.hibernate.configuration CFG file. So once you click here, this environment class implements available settings. So just select this available settings, right click on this and select the option open declaration. So if you open this declaration, you will get configuration here. I want to add driver class. So just press Ctrl F so that you will get this search box here, and from this just type driver and just press enter. Now we want connection for Hibernate class. So you have to copy this code, that is hibernate.connection driver underscore class. So just press Ctrl C and copy this. Can open our file, that is Hibernate configurations, hibernate.cfg.xml. Within this, we are going to add the driver. So within this driver, just type property name is equal to, now paste the code, now complete this property. Okay. Similarly, you have to take URL, username, URL dialect show SQL from that available setting. Yet we have not given value for this. So we'll give value later. So right now just copy this code, Ctrl C, give it for URL also, for username, for password. Okay, enough up to this place. Again here property name is equal to, now next we want to set URL. So just within the search box, just type URL, and to get this search box, press Ctrl F key. Just press URL, and within this file, just find the URL. Now see here, after this connection dot drivers only you will get URL. So just copy this hibernate.connection.url. Just copy this and you have to paste in configuration file. Again you have to take username also. So again open the available setting file and just type here user. Again here you will get this connection for username. So just copy this. All these configurations are in sequence, that is driver class, after that URL, username and password. So just copy this. Again open hibernate.configuration file. Within that, for username, password, so select this hibernate.connection.password. Just copy this Hibernate configuration file. Just paste this as a property. Hibernate.connection.password. Now we want to add the dialect. Dialect is used for the communication purpose between the Hibernate and database. So you can use different databases by using the dialect. So for that, we will use hibernate.dialects. Now see, here we will add the names of the drivers. Whatever properties we are going to use, we have to add values for these properties. So first is a driver class. So driver class will be com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver and close the property. Now URL. So URL will be localhost. So for that, type jdbc :mysql //localhost 3306 : now we will give the name of database which we want to create. So I will give the name to database as a demo. Again question mark, and we will use the syntax that create database if not exist. So by using this syntax, if database is not exist, it will create the new database. Exist is equal to true. We have given the URL also. Now within this URL we are going to use JDBC drivers. So JDBC : MySQL. We are going to use the MySQL database. So MySQL. Again localhost and 3306. 3306 is nothing but by default port number for the MySQL. Again, this demo is nothing but name of my database in which I am going to add data. And here I have given that create database if not exist is equal to true. Means if database is not available, it will create that database demo as a database. We are going to use the username and password. Now see friends, while installation of MySQL, whatever username and password you are giving, you have to give the same username and password. So for my machine, I have given root as a username and password also root. So I will give the values as a root, username as well as password. So you have to check with your machine while installing MySQL what password or username you have given. So I have given root and password also, username also root and password also root. So I have given values here as a root. Again dialect. Now here it is org.hibernate.dialect.mysql 8 dialect. So I'm using MySQL 8, so I'm giving MySQL 8 dialect. If you are using version in series of 5, then you can use MySQL 5 dialect also. It will also work. Now for show SQL, property name is equal to hibernate.showSQL. Now complete this property tag and here value will be. Now next is HBM to DDL property. So this is used to add the data in database automatically. So for this, we will type property name is equal to HBM to BDL dot auto. So complete this property tag and its value will be create. So it will automatically create the database. So what is use of HBM to DDL? It is used to automatically manage the database schema based on entity mapping. Now next property we will add. Property name is equal to hibernate.format SQL is true. So complete the property tag and its value will be true. Now we are going to add the mapping resources. So what is the mapping resources? We are going to create the Java class and we are going to map it into the database. So name of that class will be given here. So mapping resource is equal to, mapping resource is nothing but our HBM file. So employee dot HBM dot XML, and complete this tag here. Now complete the tag session factory as well as hibernate configuration. Now see here, hibernate configuration tag is completed as well as session factory tag is also completed. So just save this hibernate configuration by using Ctrl S button. Now in default package, now within com.hib.text, within the default package, just right click and select the option new, then class, and name of the class will give as a tester, and within this we want public static void main method. So I will select this, and this is our main program in which we are going to configure all the files. So just click on finish option. Now see, tester class is created. First here we will type the statement sysout, then just press Ctrl and spacebar so that you will get the function system.out.println function. So here I will give the message as hibernate is started or hibernate is working. We are going to create object for the configuration. So just type configuration space configuration is equal to new configuration. Now here we have to import, it is giving error. So just click on this and import configuration org hibernate.cfg. So hibernate configuration dot configure. Now what we want to configure, hibernate.xml. So we have to pass name of that file. So I will type hibernate.cfg.xml dot add annotated class, and name of the annotated class is employee.class. That is our Java class. So I will write employee.class, give a semicolon. Now we are going to give the session factory, which is responsible to create the sessions. So session factory is equal to new configuration dot configure. Again here you have to give the name of your configuration file, that is the hibernate.cfg.xml dot build session factory. Complete the bracket semicolon and just press enter. Now see, it is giving some errors, so just click here. Again it is showing pre-import file. So session for session factory, that is org.hibernate. So just click here, it will add here session factory. For configuration also it is giving some error. So again change configuration to org hibernate.cfg. Just save this. Now we have created the session factory. Now we are going to create the session. So type session, create object for session is equal to session factory dot open session. So here first we have given the message hibernate is working, that is by using system.out.println statement. After that we have started with the configuration. For that purpose we have created configuration object, and we are going to configure this hibernate.cfg.xml file. All the configurations are given here. Again add annotated class. Our annotated class is employee.class, so it is added here. And after that we are going to establish a session, and for that purpose session factory is responsible. So we have created object for the session factory is equal to new. Again we have called configuration file, that is a hibernate.cfg.xml to build the session factory. And by using the syntax session factory dot open session, we have opened this session. Now we'll start with the transactions. For that purpose type the class transactions object for that class, that is transaction is equal to session dot. Now just you press the dot, it will give the available methods. So I want to start the transaction or begin transaction. So I will select begin transaction. Just give the semicolon here. Now again here it is giving error. So just click on this. These are minor errors. So it is showing import statement org.hibernate for transaction. So just click on this. File will get imported here. Now we will start with the database transactions. So we will call the database object, that is a employee is equal to new employee. Here object is created for employee class, and we are going to pass values to this object. So I will give value as a employee dot set. Now see, just you press the dot, it is giving available methods. So I want to set the value. So I will select set ID, and suppose I want to give value as a 20 for the ID, and set name. So again use this object employee dot. I want to set the name. So I will select this method set name, and suppose I am going to give name to the employee as Rupali. And I want to commit the transaction, so I will give the message as transaction dot commit. So it is automatically giving the available methods. So just you have to select that methods. And I want to close the session. So session dot close. This command you can use. After that, again just type sys out and just press Control spacebar so that you will get this system.out.println. And here I want to display message employee save successfully. Just save this program by using Control S option. Again check all the files. First we have created this pom.xml. Again within this pom.xml we have given library files. We are going to use the MySQL and Hibernate. So MySQL version we are going to use is 8.0.28 and Hibernate version is 5.6.15. After that we have created employee class in which annotations are given, and within this employee class we have created two attributes, that is the ID and name. Within our database, our table name will be employee, and within the two columns will be there. One column is for ID and another column will be having name as a name. Next file we have created as a employee.hbm.xml. So purpose of this file is nothing but the mapping. So it will do mapping from employee class to the database. So we have added here mapping.dtd file. We'll just, now our main file is here, that is the tester.java. Again here, first I will print the message Hibernate is started. After that, we will perform the transaction. We will add this data, and after adding or after commit, it will display the message employee saved successfully. So just save this program. Configuration file, we have given the drivers, that is jdbc drivers. Again connection URL, that is MySQL 3306 is a default port number. Again we have provided username, password. Now see, while providing this username and password, you have to give that username and password whatever you have set while installing the MySQL on your machine. After that, we have to use the Hibernate dialect, then HBM to DDL, and here mapping resource we have used, that is the employee.hbm.xml file. Means this XML file is used for mapping purpose from table to database. So just save all these programs. Before execution of program, you have to start MySQL workbench. So within search box, just type MySQL. So if it is available on your machine, it will show MySQL workbench. So just open it. If you observe here server status, just click on this. My server is running. It is showing green here, running. So I can execute my program. So you have to select this tester.java file. Just right click on this and run as Java application. So if you observe the console, it will show the message hibernate is started, and after this it will create the table employee, and within that employee table it will add the name and ID, and it is showing employee saved successfully, means these values are added to database. So just we'll open this MySQL workbench. Now here in schemas, it has created database as a demo, and within this database demo it has created table as an employee. If you click on this icon, it will display the table. So it has given the values ID as 20 and name of the employee as a Dipali. So this is our output. So friends, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any query related with this video, you can comment me in comment box. And if you really like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you.